It doesn't record you. It just records what I write. It's like recording a smartboard. So this question is kind of weird. Angle ACB is 40 degrees. And from A to C to B is 40 degrees, right? So that's this angle in the ABC triangle. So the ABC triangle is pink. Because A is that last letter over here, it corresponds to D in the smaller triangle. So A, C, D. That's not true. I need to erase that. I said something crazy. I do want you to draw this on yours. Yeah. So this C triangle, or the C angle in the pink triangle, is the same thing as the B angle in the big triangle. Did I do that right? I didn't do that right either. Oh my God. What is my problem today? Let me see if I can get this color coding right. ABC, ABC, that's the pink triangle. And I know angle C. I'm going to get this right third time. So now I've got the ACD triangle. That's the blue one. So angle A. So this angle is angle A. That's 40 degrees. Boom. That took way longer than it should have. I need more caffeine in my life, maybe. Okay, I've got a big pink triangle with the angle C is 40 degrees. That's the pink triangle, so it's labeled here. This is 40 degrees. And I just messed up my color coding. So angle C is 40 degrees. Because that appears first, it's the same as the angle A over here. So angle A is also 40 degrees. We can label those. What we're looking for is this angle, angle X. So what else can we find? In that blue triangle, if I know I have a 40 and a 40, what's this angle? 100, absolutely. And if I know the right side of D is 100, what's the left side of D? They add up to, it's a straight line, so they add up to 180. So if the right side is 100, the left side is 80. Okay. If we go back to our triangle, our blue triangle, angle D is 100, right? It is hard to write. So in the Pear Deck, if your lines are too fat, go over in the lower left-hand corner and shrink your line. There's like a thermometer thing. If it's up at the top, it's wide. And if it's at the bottom, it's small. Is there a tool? There is 100% a tool. I don't have any of the tools. So if I look at your Pear Decks, I can see what you've written, but I can't use the tools. That's why I'm doing it on the Google slide. Mm-hmm. There is a line tool. So if angle D and angle A are both the last letters in our little key up here, angle A in the red triangle or in the pink triangle is the same as angle D in the blue triangle. So this is 100. So I'm going to draw that over here. If I know the whole thing is 100 and I know this piece is 40, what's that piece? If the whole thing is 100, 60, nice. So then we've got one more piece. Let me get a different color. Let's do green. If I know this line is straight, just like this line was, what should all of these three angles add up to? 180. So if those three angles add up to 180, and I've got 60 and I've got 40, what's this third angle? 80. Okay. It's a lot. So either way, if you want to work on the Google slide and put in text boxes, you can do that. If you use the link, it'll take you to a link called Pear Deck, and it gives you drawing tools so you can draw on it. So it just depends on what you prefer. Whatever your computer setup helps you do. Like if you've got a nice responsive mouse, the Pear Deck is good. If your mouse on your Chromebook stinks, then the Google Slides might be easier. And I can look at it both places. You can. It's not too late. You can do it on the next one. I'll give you another minute or so, and then I'm going to go to slide 3. We've got one more unit of triangles, right triangles. And everybody in geometry is always ready for triangles to be over, including the teachers. Quadrilaterals before circles. So, yeah. So I kind of skipped over midpoint with you guys because it's kind of boring. It's just memorizing a bunch of formulas, slope, midpoint, and distance. It is pretty easy. It's just halfway. We've talked about midpoint. Like we talked about midpoint when we did our drawings. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, let's go to slide 3. This one gets super crazy. So I've got 3 angles to start with. I've got a 43 and an 85 and a 48. Oh, 143. So I've got to start with one of those. It doesn't matter which one. Where should we start? Okay. The 85 triangle is here. Does the 85 help me do anything? I don't know that the 85 helps me. We might have to table the 85 and come back to it. Let's pick another one. Okay. So I've got 143 in a nice clean intersection. Can I say that again? Which one is 37? A is 100% 37. What about the little acute angle across from 37? Yeah, buddy. And what about B? Awesome. And these lines are parallel. So can I slide this 37 somewhere? Yep. And is there anything vertical? Okay. H and F. Those aren't quite vertical because this line makes a little turn. It's not straight. I like how you're thinking. Can we go back to the 85? What about these three angles? What should they add up to? So can I find D? Is it? You got to do one more step. So if the whole line, all three angles add up to 180, then I've got to do 180 minus 37 minus 85. Yes, you can. You can add 87 and or 85 and 37 and then subtract them from 180. What do I get for D? 58? Yeah, I like it. What about this right triangle down here? Can I do anything with that? Exactly. So if this corner is 90, what's F? Is F 90? 53 or 45? 53, because all three angles in this triangle have to add up to 180, right? So 180 minus 37 minus 90 is 53. Okay. I'm not going to get mad. What do those two little tick marks mean? They are the same. So if I look across that triangle to the other corners, if the sides are the same, then the angles across from them are also the same. So that guy's 48. I know problem set day is always the most exciting day. How'd you get 84? 84, yes ma'am. These lines up here. These ones. Uh-huh. Oh, that's a letter M. No, you're all good. That's a letter M. So where can I go now? I've got M, K, K. How do I find K? Do I need the 58 or is it just those two that make this straight line? It's just those two. So 180 minus 84 is okay. And then I've got a triangle with a 58 and a 96 and an M. So how do I find M? 26? And what do these little tick marks mean up by the M? The angle's the same. So this is 26 as well. What can I find next? S, R, or P? P. What's P? 59 or 69? 69. Okay. I think so. I like having confirmation. So where do I go now in my puzzle? Uh-huh. How'd you get 111? Boom. And then this one is the tricky one, and I don't know that we've talked about this. How many degrees in a four-sided shape? It is 360. Circles and all four-sided shapes, circles and quadrilaterals, all add up to 360. So if I know 143 and I know 37 and I know 111, what's S? Okay. So S is 69 degrees and H is 84 degrees. H was down here. And it was crazy. We had to go all the way around in order to get there. Your brain can do this. It's just one step at a time. And teamwork makes the dream work. So we got a good team going on today. It is really small. I heard from a couple of people that they weren't going to be able to come. I think one person is sick and one person is traveling. But I didn't hear from anybody else. We ready to go to slide 4? Okay. Slide 4 gives us sides instead of angles. So we got to think a little bit differently here. AC, this whole distance is 10. Okay, from point A to point C, that side, that long side is 10. And then this short side, AD, that side is 6. Does that tell me anything? Can I fill anything else in? If I know AC is 10 and AD is 6? How is DC 4? Boom. Okay. So we're going to fill in stuff we learn as we go. So then we look at FC. FC is this guy here. FC is 5. And say it again, Ashley. Oh, so do we have symmetry here? Is that what we're saying? I can slice this down the middle. So if the right side is 4, then the left side is 4. Okay, I like that idea. So BF would be 5 and DF is 3. You're all good. Does everything add up to 9? I don't know. What kind of triangle is this? Is it an equilateral? I've got 3, 5, and 4, and I've got that little box. What kind of triangle is that? Isosceles have 2 angles that are absolutely the same and 2 sides that are absolutely the same. What does that little box mean right there? Right angle. So can we do Pythagorean theorem? Do we remember that vaguely? We've talked about Pythagorean theorem, haven't we, at some point? 3 squared plus 4 squared equals 5 squared. So 9 plus 16 equals 25. and 25 equals 25. So this really is a good right triangle, which means that we can make this symmetrical on all sides. So what is my actual question? Oh, wow. And I think Ashley had that a while ago. Angle E is a right angle. Angle D is a right angle. Yeah, those are all right triangles. AE would be 6. Can we find AF? How would we find AF? So AF is a straight line. It's going to be 180 degrees. How do I find the distance of AF? Can I use Pythagorean theorem again? What are the two legs of my triangle? 6 and 3. So 36 plus 9 equals c squared. 36 plus 9 is 45. What's the square root of 45? Anybody know? I think it's bigger than 3. 6.7? Excellent. That makes perfect sense because I know it's the hypotenuse, it's the longest side, so it has to be bigger than 6. That was great, guys. I want to skip slide 5 for a minute because I don't like it. And we're going to go to slide 6. We good? So where do we start on slide 6? $68 is our only option, right? So what do I know from 68? Elias, did you say A? Nice. So what's angle A? And then I know that these lines are parallel. So what's angle B? It is going to be 68. Those are alternate interior angles. If you can make a Z like that, they're going to be congruent. And then what do those little marks mean? They're the same. So now where can I go? To C. And how do I find C? Subtract. Okay. So what do I get for C? So 180 minus 68 again. So I've got half a pizza and one person eats 68 degrees, another person eats 68 degrees. So that leaves 44 left. Honesty, we are doing the slides that are in today's assignment. I put a link to a pair deck in the chat and you can join us there. We're on slide 6. So somebody said something about another 68. What else is 68? Or what else is 44? C be 68? Or E be 68? So I don't think we can take the 68, but can we make another Z that goes in the other direction? Say it again. I don't know. Do I need to send any messages to Sierra? Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. What other angle is 44? D is 44. We can get that with the alternate interior angles, or we can get that with a triangle, right? Because we've got a triangle here, the red and the purple. So where can I go from D? There's a couple of different places. I can go to E. So can I fill out that whole purple intersection? What's E? God bless. 136. And what about this acute angle over here? $44, absolutely, which means this obtuse angle is also 136. Okay. Now I'm going to stretch your brain cells just a little bit further. Yes. This triangle is isosceles, right? Because I've got two congruent sides, which means I have two congruent angles, right? Every triangle has 180 degrees. So if I subtract out that purple angle, 180 minus 44 leaves me what? 136. And these two angles share equally that 136. So what math do I do? 136. Beautiful. I love it. So what other angle is 68? The vertical one for sure is 68. Mm-hmm. We do. So how can I get over there? Well, is it equilateral or is it isosceles? So those two base angles are the same. So if I know the 68, can I do the same thing? 180 minus 68 equals what? And then what do I do with the 112? Which is? You guys are on fire today. So how do I find M? 180 minus 56 is what? 124? How do I get K and L? Can I do three? Oh, I can do 360 because I can find this one, right? Yeah. So is this 112? Okay. You do not have to take a math SOL this year. No, sir. And then you subtract it from 360 because that's a quadrilateral. And you get 68. So then how do I find L up here? What is it? Yay! I'm so impressed with you guys. I need you to do the Pear Deck. That's why I put it in Pear Deck. Well, we skipped one. And because we're doing the Pear Deck, I'm going to skip 7 and 8 as well. Is everybody good with 6? I think I can go back. Yeah, that's slide 4. That's slide 1. That's slide 2. I mean, slide 3. And it does erase a little bit. So we are going to jump to slide 9. So jump down to slide 9. It is not. You can do this. You just need to draw on it. So let's look at Y first. I'm going to get a darker color. Let's look at Y first. Y is this edge. What edges do you see that are parallel to that? I see this 3 and this 3 parallel to it. What other side do you see parallel to the pink side? The 4, right? So there's a 3 piece to that, and a 4 piece to that, and a 3 piece to that. So how long is Y? 10. So let's think about the X kind of similarly. X is just this little piece, right? What do we have parallel to that? We've got a 5. We've got a 4. We've got a 2. And then we've got a couple of little pieces that aren't marked, right? I don't know if these are going to be important yet. It is. So this is 5. And this is 2. So 5 minus 2 is 3. And the only pieces that you really needed to know was this 5 and this 2. But they're all parallel to this guy. But you kind of got to be able to look at it and see it. This is the whole distance of that piece, the 5. And this little piece is 2. So this piece is 3. And those guys are parallel. Did that help? That's why we started with the Y. You're going to be just fine. Have we taken a test yet? Oh, I've got all kinds of grand ideas, y'all. None of them involve testing. All right, let's go to slide 10. What other angle is 72 on slide 10? Can you make a Z if you follow a parallel line and a transversal and another parallel line? It it is A. So A is 72. So if I take the parallel line at L1 and then I turn, do you see it now? Or it kind of looks like an N depending on which way you're looking. It would be because of those congruent marks. So B is 36, and then the vertical angle here is also 36. Are they vertical or does it make like a, those are two pieces? I like where your head is though. We can make a straight line out of those two. I have a stylus and a touchscreen computer. No, this is not my talent. It should be a whole lot neater. And once I get my smart board fixed, hopefully towards the end of this month, I'll be able to write even better. Okay, guys, let's focus. C, like cat. I agree. 144. How about K down here in that right triangle? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can get J. So these lines are parallel. So can I slide the 36 up here? Corresponding above H. Yep. So the obtuse angles are going to be what measure? What are these going to be? It would be. How can I find F? Yes, ma'am. What's our last letter we're looking for? How do I find G? Yay! We did it. We didn't find M. So how do I find M? Is it equilateral or is it isosceles? Equilateral is going to have. Yep. So how can I find these little green angles? How'd you get 54? So if you do 180 minus 72 and then divide by 2, you get. Which means M is. Yay, 126. Drop the mic, folks. Beautifully done. So we are done with this.